waves never rest. Men in the city have changed in the more than 100 years that Racine has been settled, but the waters of Lake Michigan never change. Racine owes much to the lake. The pioneers came by water. It grew through lake trade. It enjoys equalized climate, warmed in winter, cooled in summer. It has a boundless source of pure water and many opportunities for recreation. Lake Michigan is an asset, but it is also a problem. The early schooners contended with sandbars and poor harbor facilities. For over 100 years, the city has fought shore erosion. It is with these problems of developing and maintaining the lake shore that this film is concerned. The lakefront offers recreational facilities for everyone. From Shoup Park at Wind Point with its golf course and picnic spots, down the sweeping crescent of white sand along the bay to Zoo Park, home of hundreds of animals and birds. To North Beach, where generations have sunned and bathed. To the haven of yachtsmen and small boat sailors inside the government breakwaters. To the soon-to-be-developed fill area from 5th to 10th Streets. And to Roosevelt Park on the far south. This film was prepared by the Racine Adult Education Council with the cooperation of many citizens. Its purpose is educational. No program is advocated as the solution. This is a candid look at Racine's lake shore today, yesterday, and what it may be tomorrow. At Shoup Park, Racine families find fun amid striking surroundings near the lighthouse. Lake breezes from 3 points of the compass provide natural air conditioning in hot weather. A perfect ending for an afternoon on the chorus is a family picnic. A few miles to the south is Racine's best attended park. There are tables and benches along the lake, grassy terraces for strolling or sunning, and a pond used by skaters in winter. But the animals seem to know who really draws the crowds. Here is one star attraction who never gets tired of working for peanuts. Of course, for the skippers of model boats, the pond offers ample room for clear navigation, except when an occasional duck just can't seem to learn marine traffic rules.
Dry dock for that boat is our living room. While my marine construction engineers are discussing repairs, I'll tell you about my hobby. It's scrapbooks. I've always collected them on subjects that seemed vital to me. And while you might not be interested in all of them, here's a story that would probably attract most Racine citizens. Lakeshore development. We've always made use of the lake shore, and we want to be sure that our son will have at least as much to enjoy. I started the book with this story. My next entry was a cartoon from the Journal Times, which illustrated land loss. But just now, we're reminiscing about more pleasant things. Our fun at North Beach, for instance. sun and sand and water are a combination hard to beat when it comes to relaxing. And 4 long blocks of improved beach offer ample room for everyone. You can lie on a blanket and cultivate your mind in a suntan, walk along the water's edge and get your feet wet, or plunge bravely out into the waves. You can build castles in the clean sand and watch the waves carry them away. The 5th Street Yacht Club has its launching area south of the harbor. These are speedboat enthusiasts, like the friend who took us out for a look at the harbor. There's nothing like an outboard to give you a feeling of real speed. Except for the outline of familiar buildings, things certainly look different from the east, such as the harbor light and foghorn. Here's the breakwater, headquarters for thousands of perch fishermen. The Yacht Club, home port for many Racine sailors. And the ever-ready Coast Guard station at the river's mouth. The harbor may see changes because of the new St. Lawrence Seaway. The wall along the landscaped bank beside Memorial Hall is a good place to view the harbor and the lake. One day, we looked into the shoreline's past and future, too. We met Harry Carlin, the engineer for the City Park Department. He told us the story of the filled area from 5th to 10th Street.
This entire plot was reclaimed from the lake by dumping trash into the protected area behind the breakwater. As this sequence shows, we have gained valuable space for parking and recreation in less than 30 years. Now we can proceed to the next step, beautifying the area and making it more useful. During 1955, the city will install a small boat landing north of the parking lot. The parking lot and the athletic field south of it will be landscaped. A road will stretch along the shore from 6th to 10th Street, where a turnaround will be constructed near the rocks which contain the fill. Once this was land, stretching 1 block east of Lake Avenue. Then the lake tore it away. Now it has been reclaimed and is fast becoming a civic asset. The sewage disposal plant on the far south shore stands on land also reclaimed from the lake. At one time, this was the site of Evergreen Cemetery, which was lost to the wave action of countless storms. Lashed by the wind, the waves rise to angry heights, tossing lake steamers and tearing away the shoreline. Between the disposal plant and the Case South Works, this ravaged bank is an example of how the lake washes land away. Here, city workmen move the road barriers inland. This isn't the first time this fence or this road have been moved west. From 1875 to 1950, in the area from Vincennes Circle to Durand Road, the city lost an estimated 1,680,000 cubic yards of land. If we were to fill the 11-story Racine County Courthouse, it would contain 72,974 cubic yards. In 75 years, the waves have worn away enough land to fill 23 such courthouses. Where was this loss of land most evident? Dividing Racine's lakeshore into thirds, from Vincennes Circle to St. Patrick's Street, 18% of the erosion occurred. Between St. Patrick's and 10th Street, where some form of harbor protection has been in existence during the period, the total loss was only 13%. The remaining 69% was lost south of 10th Street. Here the bluff loss would fill 16 courthouses. What was done to prevent this loss? In 1854, arrowhead piers were constructed. They did a fair job in some locations. However, pile breakwaters were constructed at the turn of the century, where they are still in existence. They give some protection or act as containments for shore fill. During the WPA era, jetty piers were tried in certain areas. Properly placed, these piers help to build new land. The familiar pink quartzite rubble mounds give the most effective protection known today. Sitting well offshore, they give good permanent protection with occasional maintenance. The cost of this type of protection is high. Arrowhead, pile pier, jetty, and rubble mound in 75 years have cost the city $1.5 million, excluding the cost of harbor protection financed by the United States government.
So far, we felt we had a good knowledge of Racine's present lakeshore. But what of its future? As the weeks passed, my scrapbook grew. Articles, cartoons, editorials, letters to the editor, news stories, pictures, all these helped a great deal. But we felt we did need a more complete analysis of the problem. The City Hall might be a good place to visit. I talked with Floyd Carlson, Director of Parks and Planning for Racine. He showed me the city's long-range plan for lakeshore development.
This is not a new type of program. Similar programs using waste material have been carried out in other cities, such as Chicago, Kenosha, and Milwaukee. This entire park area, built on filled land, provides a scenic drive along Lake Michigan. Thousands annually get close-up views of wild ducks and enjoy the lagoon, beaches, walks, and ample dock facilities. Maitland Field, near the heart of the city, is also present because of intelligent utilization of fill. There is talk now of using it as a Nike rocket defense site. Now, what does this mean to Racine? We pay about $115,000 a year to pick up trash. This is necessary, but is it possible to get a dividend for this money? A sort of bonus in the form of added parklands. This could be done through the sanitary fill method. Rubbish, many truckloads a day, the accumulated trash from 25,000 homes is dumped in the selected locations, bulldozed flat, and covered almost immediately with soil. This chart illustrates the method. Only rubbish, because Racine burns her garbage, is dumped inside breakwaters. To minimize unsanitary conditions, only a narrow strip on the surface is left open at any one time. The newly filled area between 5th and 10th Streets is slated for improvement in 1955 and 56. The City Plan Department proposes an initial outlay of about $500,000 for a breakwater to close the gap between the 10th and 12th Street rubble mounds. With containment on the south, this area could be filled in about 9 years. The second stage of the plan shifts to the extreme south shore. It would cost about $1.5 million for rubble mounds and containments and take about 41 years to fill.